Hello kings and queens, it's your girl Mariah and I am back with another lock update video. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for rocking with me. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and then also hit the little notification bell so that you can get more lock updates from me and how my lock journey is going. So, first of all, I decided to dye my hair back its regular color, which is, black. Mostly because, the other color that I had, okay, so it was called, one second. So it's this one. I had 3 different colors. I had this one right here, and that one was on top, so I put a, kind of like a horn here, ponytail here, one in the middle and one in the back. So I dyed the top this color. The bottom was a pink fetish, and then in the middle was a, I think, pink pride or midnight rosetta. So yeah, so a lot of Caucasian people use that as well, except for theirs fade, because they have to wash their hair, maybe more than twice a week or maybe every day. And Black people, African American people don't really have to do that, especially if you have locks. Loose naturals, they maybe do it like once a week or once every other week or whenever their hair really feels dirty, I guess, to them and they need to wash it. But for me, since I have locks, I only wash mine I think it's in the winter it's definitely different than the summer. In the summer it's like twice a week or once every week. In the winter it's probably more like once a month, maybe twice a month, in the beginning and the end. So yes, my color didn't fade as fast, but that one time I washed it, actually I washed it twice because I dyed it, those colors twice. But the first time I washed it, it like all, I'm not going to say not leaked out. Yeah, it was still like color or whatever, but it was more faded and I didn't like that. And it made my locks look super dry and just brittle. And so they're, Caucasian people, if they use that, that would fade even faster. Mine kept its color until I washed it. And I didn't like the way that looked. It looked very unhealthy and just gross and like straw. So today I decided to go out and buy some black. And my hair is soft again. It's luscious. It bends. And it's really thick as well. It's just so soft. And the oil that I told you I used before is right here. My hair loves African Best Ultimate Herbal Oil. So it loves this stuff. It soaks it up, and it stays moist for a good couple of days. And then again, my regimen for, let's say, oiling my hair and my scalp is different than the summer. In the summer, I usually never have to oil it or anything. Maybe, once a month or maybe like 2 times a month. I'm not sure, but it always stays moist. And nice and moisturized. I shouldn't say moist, sounds sweaty, but nice and moisturized. And after I dyed my hair today, excuse me, I washed it with the shampoo that came in there. There's 3 packets because I had 3 dyes, like not 3 dyes, but I had to have 3 different ones to, I didn't dye my root, so I had to like go from like here and down. That took 3 boxes. But the thing is, so it's permanent. And the other thing is that, I forgot what I was going to say, but that happens a lot. It's okay. No, the other thing is it was cheaper to buy that box because it was 2 something. I think it was like 280 something. And I think it was L'Oreal. And then that, so it was cheaper than like the $10 or $11 boxes. This one right here was like $11, and I bought 3 of them 3 times. But yeah, I just like really figured out that I just really like my natural hair color because it looks so much more healthier and shiny, and it fits a lot better. And yeah, oops. So here are my roots, like very shiny. And then I will give you guys a 360 as well. It's very healthy right now. I'm very just like it's still a little damp, but it's very like it's movable again. It's not like straw. Felt like it was gonna break off. But I'll give you a 360 of the back as well. So, and they have also grown a lot. Let me get a little closer. But yeah, so this is it. It's my roots. I did do a what do you call it? An interlock. And then I washed it right away. And that was about maybe 2 weeks ago. It took me like 8 hours. I hope I did good in the back because I can't see the back when I do it, but and then that's that part. But I just love how healthy and shiny and thick it looks. Before it looked brittle. I didn't know, you know, I didn't know how bad it was looking until I looked in the mirror earlier today. I was like, yeah, I gotta fix this. Yeah, it's bendable and stuff. Just scrunch it. It feels so nice and moist. Moist like a cotton ball, honestly. Like my loose natural hair would feel if it was like nice and moisturized and stuff. But yeah, so that's that. I've had no breakage. Not since, I went bald on this side. If you don't know the story, it's in my previous videos. But yeah, never go to a shady African hair store. And never let them do your hair if their hairline is way back here already. That was my mistake because they said cheaper. Well, you get what you pay for. So, I definitely got what I paid for, but then I realized there was a lot of stories like this online, well, on YouTube, and I'm just like, dang, I've literally just been scammed. And I lost a whole side of my edges as well. So yes, if they have no edges or their hairline is way back here and they say they know how to do hair, don't let them touch your hair. It's toxic, bad juju, you'll end up going bald. I promise you that. I don't know where, but my edges are the most sensitive in the nape of my hair. They're the most ones that if they're not moisturized, they could break off, or if a hairstyle is too tight, they could break off. Like, I don't want any of that ever again. I looked very awkward with, I had to wear a lot of headbands, and that kind of prevented the growth coming back too, because it was always rubbing. And so I had to use a lot of, what do you call it, wild growth oil, emu oil, black castor oil. I used vitamin E oil, peppermint oil, like all of that, like 4 times a day. I would just rub it on this spot right here. Like, actually, it was like right here. But yeah, I mean, those are just my baby hairs. I do need to perm them again, but I probably won't be doing that for a while, honestly. But yeah, see, head and hair syndrome. But yeah, so this is how long they are right now. I am 4 years and almost 2 months. So next month on the 9th, it will be 2 months. Oh, sorry, 4 years and 2 months. But my lock anniversary was February 9th. But yeah, so that is the update. But yeah, they feel a lot more soft and luscious now, and they don't look so brittle. And I feel like me again. But the color, was fun to try out for, a good couple of months. But then it kind of got annoying when it would fade. And I was not trying to spend all that money all over again on 3 boxes of hair dye. So, on the side look. This is the side look. And this is, of course, the back. And this is the other side. Oh yeah, also I didn't dye my wrists because they were already black. So I just dyed what was from here and here. And that conditioner that they give you with like the dye, oh my gosh, I wish I could just buy like some that was for the box, you know, the hair dye stuff, but just came in a bottle. Because that stuff, man, it works wonders. But yeah, so that is the update. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Well, I don't have anything right now, but if I do, I will write it down and I will say it in my next video. But other than that, you guys, you know, stay safe and healthy on this whole coronavirus thing. I've been in my house, well, I guess my apartment for, it's gonna be 21 days now. And honestly, I thought I was literally going to go insane by day 3. And I'm still here. But yeah, I'm the type of person that loves to be around people. I love people. You know, I really don't like to be alone, but I am alone. You know, it helps me, you know, figure out myself and stuff like that. And it's actually kind of a journey really in itself, learning who you are and learning that I don't like, well, I've always known that I don't like to be alone, but I now know that I can manage it and deal with it, mostly because I have to, it's permitted, but, you know, it helps me figure out, like, things about myself and stuff like that, and, you know, it's been a pretty positive journey, but there's some negative sides to it, like being in my house, you know, with my dog, but my dog doesn't talk to me. So he can't like carry on a full conversation or nothing like that because he's not human. But he understands absolutely everything. He just can't speak it back to me. But so it's me, myself, and I with all my brains and all my thoughts. Like literally can drive a person mad. So yeah, other people would not be able to handle like switching brains, handle my brain. But you know, that's due to a lot of the stuff that I had to go through when I was younger and stuff like that. But other than that, it's been a journey, you know. I'm dealing with it. I'm actually quite fine with it now. But you know, when it was third day, I thought I was gonna go mad, like insane, like I need to be outside. Honestly, I have everything I need right here, plus my dog, and I am starting to date again. Well, not with the coronavirus stuff going around, but you know, I did start dating again, and I kind of have someone that I'm interested in, and they're interested in me. Um, Other than that, yeah, that's the update. I guess I should like go in a little bit to tell you why, you know, I am the way I am and I don't like to be alone. Well, I have PTSD, anxiety, depression, and also bipolar. The very lowest of the bipolar though. And I know how to manage it. The only thing is, you know, yeah, stuff that happened to me when I was younger, I still can't believe how I'm such a good person today. But I had a really, you know, when I was younger, a very, you know, just, I'm going to say, you know, messed up life. And it kind of, when I was 8, I realized that I don't want to be like any of those people that, you know, have wronged me or any type of way, you know. So I made a vow and told myself I was going to be completely different. And I am. I'm, you know, I'm one of the happiest people everybody knows, and I'm very nice, very honest, sometimes a little too honest, but I can't help it. I also have facial expressions that I do. Like, let's say if I'm disgusted or just like, you stupid. Like, like I literally have them. I be thinking what I want to say, but in the end of the day, I'll make a facial expression, and they're just like, what was that facial expression for? And I was like, what facial expression? Not here. Nope. But yeah, so it's hard for me it's hard for me to, what do you call it? It's hard for me to control my facial expressions, um, which also helps me with telling stories, like stories that should be really embarrassing about my life, but just aren't. I don't really get embarrassed about anything. I do sometimes, but it's rarely ever. Because the stuff that happened to me when I was, like, let's say in high school, like, I loved high school, but let's say certain things that are embarrassing to a normal teenage girl in high school, it wasn't embarrassing to me. It was just funny, and I tell the story, and then my facial expressions, like, I literally make people laugh all the time. Like, I love cracking jokes. I love, telling stories about my life that should be embarrassing, but they're not. It's just funny. So I laugh at them, and I'm the type of person that laughs at my own jokes because they're funny. Um, and yeah, but yeah, so my facial expressions, I can't help. I try, but it doesn't seem to work sometimes. Um, it just kind of looks even more weirder. So, um, let's see. I know I'm saying a lot too. I just realized that. But anyways, so yeah, a lot of that stuff I had to grow up with, and um, like, things happen to me, I don't really want to get too in detail. Maybe if you guys ask, I'll, make another video about it and go very into detail. But as of right now, you guys haven't asked. You guys never knew. But so a lot of those things that happened to me, I've had to kind of like, put on a smile and, pretend, not really pretend, because I'm happy, but there are times where I'm just really not happy, but I put on a smile for the sake of others, because it's like if I'm sad or upset, it's like that's not Mariah. That's not who we know Mariah is. And I feel like sometimes I'm trapped because I really feel like I can't show emotions or it's going to affect everybody else around me. Oh yeah, my fingertips are dyed too. But yeah, so that part sucks. And then that's when like things bottle up and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, really? You don't know what's wrong? Like, I am not happy right now, but I can't really show emotion because it's gonna ruin everybody else's day if I'm not cracking jokes and, being happy like I always am. I may seem happy sometimes. Well, most times I'm happy, but sometimes I may seem happy, but I'm super depressed and just, but I don't want to be alone. I want to be around people. And it's like a Robin Williams thing. So everybody remembers Robin Williams as like one of the most iconic iconic comedians ever. And yes, he had anxiety, PTS, depression, and bipolar. He had all of those. And the times where he was most happy was when he was making jokes and doing his comedy and doing his movies and, helping people and making them laugh. When somebody laughs at my joke, or anybody, if I can just make anybody's day, it's like, wow, you're very beautiful. Or like, I see you, girl, working it, or just like, some like elderly person, and and I stand there and I open the door, they're like, you are very sweet. And I'm like, you are very welcome. They say thank you, and I say, you are very welcome. And they're like, oh, such a nice girl. Stuff like that can just uplift and make anybody's day, And I love being able to see the expression on their face and, their smile when someone else, or laughter. I love laughter. When it makes them happy and just laugh and smile and brightens up their day, that helps my depression. That helps me be happy. And I don't know why, but it does. And That's why I thought I was going to go insane, not being around people, But in the end of the day, I'm learning that I need to do this for myself. And, so I don't get sick with anything else out there. I don't usually get sick. Haven't had anything bad since I was in third grade. The last time I was sick, it was like a stomach flu, something they fed us at school, and I got sick from it. But other than that, I don't get sick. I do get allergies, and sometimes they act like a cold, so I'll get like a cough, which is what I have now. But in the end of the day, it goes away. And it's like kind of spring now. Well, there's really no snow on the ground right now, and I'm in Minnesota. There's no snow at all, and it's like 45 and sometimes 50 degrees outside right now. And this is very awkward because it's never this warm in March, and it started 3 weeks ago in February, and usually that's when we have a bunch of snow and snowstorms and stuff. So, but other than that, yes, I suffer from those things, but I manage them, and I have help managing them, and also, yeah, it's just it's nice to be by myself sometimes. I wouldn't want to go like 2 more months, but in the end of the day, it's whatever the government says. Don't too much trust the government, but who does? Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with right now. Yeah. So other than that, the hair journey, my hair is going. It's actually looking very good. But yes, I'm gonna let you go. You guys stay safe and healthy and stay inside. Do whatever you can to distance yourself from other people who could have it. Also, I want to give you guys a little tip. So the coronavirus can live in like it grows in the cold. And our bodies are usually pretty warm, but the only thing is that's really like 40 degrees and under our throats. Like that's where it goes in. It goes in, attacks our throat, start laying its little eggs, and that's when all that stuff happens. Our throat is the place where they can hibernate and make more eggs and just develop and develop and develop until it attacks your whole body. So I would say try to keep your throat as warm as possible by like drinking tea or coffee or anything that's warm, because that's how they're going to get it. Your throat is like the coolest part of your body. That's why I'm pretty sure they said until June it will be safe for everybody again, because June, guess how hot it is. It's like 90, 100, sometimes 105. That's why they say we might have to wait till June until it's like all gone, because they can't the virus can't live in the heat. It will die. But it can live in the cold. So 40 degrees and under, I think, maybe 50 degrees and under, I'm not sure. I just know it can, and it's not really cold, but that's how they can live. And our throat and our trachea is like the most coolest part of our body. Everything else is like pretty much 98.9 or something, 98.7, stuff like that. But yeah, make sure you drink a lot of tea and coffee so you can keep them nice and moist and warm, and so it can't attack you as easily if you're going to be out there, if you still have to work and stuff like that. Hand sanitizer, I always keep 3 in my purse at all times, and I kind of have a bag full, and I've had that bag for like 3 years. But anyways, yes, stay safe, be blessed, make sure you protect your loved ones, stay inside, and definitely don't go around your grandma or grandpa's or your mom or dad's if they're over 50, because they're the ones who can get it mostly. Yeah. Anywhere from babies to being a healthy kid, to even like people my age. I'm 27. So people my age, we really, if you're healthy and you don't have like asthma problems or some kind of sickness already that's attacking your body, like let's say cancer or something, if you have a strong body, and smoking also, you can catch it from smoking and your lungs getting weak and stuff like that. you can't catch it from smoking, but if you're a smoker, you can, definitely get it too. But I mean, babies are even more, not prone to getting it like the elderly. Um, but at the end of the day, just make sure your grandmas and grandpas and moms and dads, aunts and uncles, stay away from all the other stuff, and make sure they stay inside. If you have to help them and get their groceries or something, please do. And then also, yeah, just stay as sanitary as possible. So you guys stay blessed. You guys have a good rest of the day. And yes, thanks for rocking with me again. Okay, bye, kings and queens.